Augie Sports Focus is brought to you by Schoenemann's.
Joining me now here from the Elrod Shrine in Sioux Falls is Dave Nyman. Dave, it's great to have you with us. The annual shrine game that Augustana works with the Elrod Shrine here in Sioux Falls is coming up next Saturday when the Vikings take on Concordia St. Paul at 1 o'clock at Kirkby Over Stadium. We'll talk about that in a little bit, Dave. But to begin with, tell the folks out there a little bit about the Shrine, the organization, and its purpose.
Well, the Shrine is a group of men. It's a male-only fraternity that was formed in the late 1800s, and then they wanted a purpose for the fellowship, and they formed the hospitals. First hospital was built in Shreveport, Louisiana in 1922, and the second hospital was built in Minneapolis, Minnesota in 1922. So interestingly enough, we had the second hospital in the Shrine system. There are now 22 hospitals in the Shrine system, one in Canada and one in Mexico. The hospitals deal with the primary purposes are orthopedics, burns, and cleft lip and palate. The three hospitals that Elrod relates to are in Minneapolis, which is the orthopedic hospital. That hospital is actually relatively new now. It was built in 1991, so it's a new hospital. It's a beautiful hospital. The other one we relate to for cleft lip and palate is Chicago, and the burns hospital we relate to is in Cincinnati. So that's our primary focus, and we raise money for the hospitals. It costs us about $1.8 million a day to run our hospital system throughout the United States and Canada. We do not charge our patients at all for the care that they receive. It's all free of charge, and we transport them at no cost. We put them up, their parents up at no cost. So all that is taken care of by the funds that we raise. Part of those we'll talk about a little later. The funds that we raise from this football game will go towards the Shrine Hospital. 50% goes to the hospital system. The other 50% goes to our Elrod Shrine Transportation Fund. Sure. We spend well over $100,000 a year in Elrod transporting our patients and their families to the various hospitals that we are related to, and we make sure they do that without any cost, and it's just makes your heart feel good to be able to do that sort of thing.
Well, it's just a wonderful organization, and each year our Augustana football team and coaches are hosted by the Shrine down at the Temple here in Sioux Falls. We have a dinner, and our players really get the feeling of what they're playing for in this game. So what a wonderful benefit, and Augie really feels fortunate to be associated with the Shrine. Well, next Saturday's game, talk a little bit about what's going to go on there. People see a lot of folks from the Shrine dressed up in kind of what they think are funny looking outfits. What's the story behind that?
Well, the Shrine, it's fun with a purpose is what we do with Elrod Shrine, and all Shriners do fun with a purpose. And part of that is to form units, that guys that have a common interest, whether it's the Oriental Band, which is a Mideastern theme, the Fife and Drum Corps, which is a Revolutionary War theme, chanters, which are singers, clowns, everybody relates to the clowns. We have sprint cars, which are little cars that are models of race cars. We've got the golf unit. We've got units for everybody. Snacks unit. We've got rickshaws. We've got classy autos. There's many units that you can be a part of. In fact, I belong to 4 different units, so you can belong to more than one unit. And it's like I said, it's fun with a purpose. But the costumes are all part of that theme. And for the 38th Shrine game, they'll see those costumes on the guys. They'll see it on the video, on the great video board at Kirkby Over Stadium. They can see what they look like in parade or when they're doing their thing. So.
Yeah, absolutely wonderful. And Dave, the Elrod Shrine, how many members in the organization?
We have over 1,600 members in Elrod Shrine right now, Bill. We are one of very few temples throughout the United States that's been really working hard. Well, they're all working hard, but we've experienced growth for the last 5 years. We've had positive growth, and we're going for a 6th year in a row. And the Shrine is so important, and the things that we do is so important. We can't lose that momentum, and we're gonna make sure that continues to happen, and the Shrine hospitals continue to exist for the care of our kids.
For guys out there, how do they join the Shrine if they're interested in a great organization?
Well, number one, if they know a Shriner, they can certainly ask a Shriner. They may not know he's a Shriner, or they can contact the Elrod Shrine office at 336-1117 and inquire about the Shrine. In order to become a Shriner, first of all, you have to become a Mason, and then to be a Mason, then you can become a Shriner. So it's a 2-step process. We've got it simplified now. It used to be the long way. It took a lot of weeks and months of memorization of material. Now you can become a Mason in 1 day, and a couple of weeks later you can become a Shriner in 1 day. So we made it simple because we know men are busy with their families and all the things that are going on in their lives. But they will never regret joining the Shrine if they choose to join the Shrine.
Yeah, wonderful organization. And Dave, how long have you been a Shriner, and what does it mean to you to be a member of the Elrod Shrine?
I've been a Shriner since 1993, so this is now what is this, my 16th year, so it's been a long time. I've been fortunate enough to be the potentate of the Shrine in 2004. But the Shrine, what that means to me is making sure that young people who are having physical disabilities, that we will take care of. We've got that feeling in our heart that we believe that all kids should be able to have quality care, and we want to provide it at no cost to them. It costs us over $800 million a year to run our hospital system. Like I said, $1.8 million a day. And no child should ever be left behind because of a lack of ability to pay. Even if the parents have an ability to pay or they have insurance, they can still become Shrine patients. So you don't have to, well, I make too much money or I don't make enough money. Any child that has one of the disabilities that we treat, we'll take care of them at no cost.
Well, Dave, this has been tremendous to have you. Fans, remember, next Saturday, 1 o'clock, the Vikings take on Concordia St. Paul. It's our annual Shrine game. It's for a tremendous organization in what the Shriners do for the hospitals. And so get on over to Kirkaby Stadium. Dave, it's been great to have you with us.
Thanks, Bill. Great to be here.
The Augustana Sports Calendar is next. We'll be right back.